Hello. Welcome to another episode of Reading Housewives Charts. My name's Karen Yatsko. Today we're going to do something a little different. We're going old school. We're doing Caroline Manzo. So, Caroline Manzo hasn't been on the show for a while, but she is going to be in Ultimate Girls Trip for a little bit at least. Don't know when that whole thing with Brandy happens. So, but, you know, we'll see her again on our screens. And I didn't watch Manzo with children, so it's been a while since I've seen her. But she's one of the OGs. So, she was born August 23rd, 1961 in Brooklyn, New York. We don't have a birth time, shocker. We don't know the houses, we don't know the rising. She doesn't want us to know probably, so we can only do so much. Okay, wow. Look at this stellium. She has two stelliums actually. Look at the stelliums. Her sun and her moon are in both of them, so we were gonna talk about them anyway, but we're definitely talking about them now.
Really?
Right off the bat, she has two very strong stelliums that are pulling a lot of her energies in her life. Because these are all pretty connected, even though they're through different signs. These are very, very connected. The moon may be a little bit differently. The moon may be a little different degree-wise, just because we don't know what time she was born. But I doubt it isn't connected to these two. So even though she has other things going on, these are the major pulls in her life. And right away we see this lady has a lot of earth signs in her. This is an earthy woman, salt of the earth.
Not done anything one to example,
which I think could make sense for Caroline. But yes, we see right away she is a 0-degree Virgo. So this is super Virgo. The most Virgo you can be is Caroline Manzo. So she has the perfection element to her where she expects a lot out of people and herself. She expects them to maybe not be perfect, but to strive for whatever level of perfection they can get to.
Caroline, why do you not accept those apologies?
because it's not sincere. Tell the truth, then I'll respect you.
You are not perfect. None of us are.
I didn't say I was.
She expects a high morality, I feel like. So there's that purity element to Virgo where this lady has a strong moral compass. And if you...
At the time, barely knew you, didn't like you. I called Dina, I called Jacqueline. They came to my house, we read the book, and we were like, oh my God. When I found the book, I disliked you even more, and I lost any kind of faith or trust, anything I had in you.
Don't have one, I don't think she really knows how to handle that.
Why waste my time?
She can also be very hard on herself. She can be hard on others. But there's just a real strength.
You will not hurt me.
Now that said, she also has a lot of help with that Virgo energy because she has Pluto at 7 degrees, Mercury at 9 degrees. And then over here in Leo, we have 27 degrees for the North Node and 26 degrees for Uranus. So all of these planets or points, astral aspects, you know, these things, they're all operating together at all times. You cannot activate Mercury without activating all of these other guys. I think that's why she commands such attention and respect when she speaks, because she has the depth of Pluto every time she talks.
You don't want that man to die and not see his kids together.
She has the sun, so it's really shining a light on her.
How do you think I felt when I watched you with my sister Dina?
She has the North Node. Her purpose, the thing she is building in her life, is always a present energy when she speaks.
That's right.
Why?
That's not
Why?
bullying. That's character and honor.
And Uranus just for funsies. Let's just mix things up.
You called me a C. You called me a bitch. You laughed at me.
There's a lot. There's a lot going on there. So I don't think she ever had any choice of not being just a very strong lady. Strong mom. And you really get, like, the Leo part is extremely important as well. Even though she is earth heavy, Leo with the North Node and being in this stellium is so important. So the Leo is really where we get that whole head of the family type of energy.
Jacqueline is me. Dina's me. Lexi's me. Ashley's me.
That's where we get the big mama, or I guess the lioness or lion. The lionesses are actually more of the doers in the whole lion kingdom. I think the guys just sort of hang out and wait for the women to get the food and stuff. So yeah, it makes sense for her. And for Leo, it is all about just like opening your heart and sharing it and bringing the people together and having them all eat, because that's a New Jersey thing.
You know, I have a heart.
And that love can really, really grow, and it can expand to include a lot of people. Now, again, because of this high standard that she has, I think she's very willing to cut people out of her life if you don't meet those standards.
Believe it or not, I'm a very laid-back person, and then I'm a very understanding person. But if you F with me and you lie to my face, I'm done.
I think she is willing to open a door, but she is always on her guard. But if you get through that door, I think it's a nice little door with a lot of pasta on the other end. And that seems nice.
Caroline's as Italian as the Olive Garden.
Oh, hell no.
Right, I am a huge fan.
Now, let's just look really quickly at her other stellium where her moon is. So this is where we get the other earth energy of Capricorn. So again, with the moon there, that's where her emotional life is. So having Saturn and Jupiter also there is such strength and such growth also going on. Again, this is where she's willing to open up her heart with this Jupiter, but if you aren't meeting her standards, she will cut you out. No, not interested in your foolery, your tomfoolery.
You are a fool.
Yeah. And this is also another deeply caring energy with Capricorn there. This is the caring that comes from actions and not just like being the, you know, the ear, the listening to your problem, the ear. Not just like sitting there and being there physically, but the like, I will do things for you. I will make sure you are protected. I will make sure you are loved. And I will work extremely, extremely hard to make sure that you get everything if you are somebody she cares about.
And I needed to know, for our safety, for the safety of our children, who you were. How can anybody fault any of us for that?
Also, I think something for her specifically is there's so much about giving to others in her chart. I'm very curious. I'm always curious where these planets are in the houses, but there is so much energy of giving. And I think that does fulfill her. But I do wonder where the part of her comes in about it is just specifically caring for herself. I'm sure she would say, I care for myself, I care for others, I care for her family. But yeah, there's so much to give. I wonder where she really receives.
I need a drink.
Mars in Libra is trine, at least her Jupiter, and possibly her moon. So this is another really high moral standing for her. And this is where justice is involved and needing to fight the good fight.
You are not fooling me. Okay?
And you're not fooling too many other people.
Who are you to sit in judgment of me?
Okay? When
You're
I
not
look at
God.
you, I am not God.
And she's not really going to go down the pathway of the housewives, honestly. Like, this is the part of her, I feel like, where she can't put up with the nonsense. She just really can't. It's surprising she was on the show for as long as she was.
You are
not
lying to
lying.
my face
I'm
right now,
not
and
lying
this
to
is
your
why
face.
I want nothing to do with you. You are a disgrace.
Because she won't put up with people not doing the right thing. I think that's a very big thing for her. What she believes is the right thing, she can't understand when people would do something different. I don't think so.
Well, what you did, you are garbage. And you are disgraceful. And I just can't, I'm sorry. I can't sit here and I can't. I will never forgive her. And you will never be a friend of mine.
Yeah. And then it's in opposition to her Venus. Her Venus is Venus as the planet is about what you attract and relationships. So again, she is attracting the people that let her care for them. She is attracting people that she can care for because she wants to be that big mothering energy. But again, if you cross her, not interested. She will shut you right out. Close that little crab shell.
Do you think I'm a bully?
But again, I think that is that need to take care of people coming into play here.
I will not bring it up because she asked me not to. And I love her, and I won't do that to her.
Chiron is that wounded healer. Can you heal from the pain in your life and the trauma? It's in Pisces, so this is a deeply emotional place for her. And again, we know she likes to help people, so I wonder if it's difficult to heal from whatever pain she has in her life because it is something that's maybe just having to do with her. And it's also in opposition to a lot of this like present energy in her life with the sun in the North Node. So she's either done healing or she's really ignoring the healing process. And it may have to do with her family. I know it's in the 4th house and it might not be in the 4th house, but because everything else has to do with family in her life.
Together, be grateful for that hour. Don't turn it into a problem.
Maybe that's what you want. An hour is good enough for you and your family.
I'll take a second with my family.
The healing might have to do around those like billions of siblings and cousins. And
Since we are talking about Dina, how do things stand with the two of you now?
We're not speaking.
God knows, but yeah, I think this might be the part of herself that is difficult to care for because she's spending all of her time caring for other people. Ooh, that was good.
When I stand, I don't stand alone. I stand with my family.
Anyway, that be Caroline Manzo. Yeah, you should subscribe because I like making these and I like when other people like it. Bye.